Gary Thompson, the sales communication professional, best-selling author and private equity investor, says, master the client conversion ladder and optimize your business success. He continues, many rising stars in business try to get from A to Z in a split second in the client conversion journey. That approach will set you up for frustration, time, money, and effort being wasted. The alphabet has 26 letters. Each letter has great significance in words formation and in human expression. The client conversion process has many steps, and when these steps are overlooked, it negatively influences your ability to attract and communicate with the ideal client. You must invest in breaking through the know, like, and trust barriers that allow you to win in business. He went on to say, the first step in your client conversion journey begins with relationships. 1. Fill the relationship gaps. 2. Leverage relationships to overcome client rejection. 3. And position your brand to stand out in the market. Gary wants you to be successful and invites you to call us today to help you master the client conversion ladder, optimize your brand recognition, and increase the cash flow of your business.
Today, I want to take this time to welcome a very dynamic personality to viewers across the world. I have with me Dr. Elect Star, and she's not called Star for any simple reason. She's an exceptionally talented personality. So I want to say to you, get settled in because Dr. Elect Star will be talking to us about a number of issues that I know will transform your life. So whether you're in business or you're the average person who wants to discover more about self and how to empower yourself to position yourself for greatness, the great doctor is in the house, and she will be overwhelming us with the great talent that she has. Dr. Star, how are you?
I am wonderful. How are you, sir?
I must say it is such a pleasure to be here with you. I'm doing pretty good. I mean, to be in the house with a doctor, not just any average person. You delve into spirituality. You have experience, and in so many different fields. And I must say it's an honor to be with you, and I'm getting ready to start learning from you.
Well, that's
So let's
awfully sweet of you to say all of that. But I must say, I'm just gifted, heavenly gifted, really.
I have no doubts. I have no doubts about that. Let us begin by looking a little bit at your historical data. In 2016, you started a very unique business, and that business was titled Unlimited Possibilities LLC. I really love that name, Unlimited Possibilities, because only recently I was talking with a friend, and I would say, sometimes we look for the genie, and then the story that is told is that the genie only give you 3 wishes. But if you find the real genie, you really have access to unlimited possibilities, the genie within. So talk to me a little bit about the name, Unlimited Possibilities LLC.
Well, I must say I love listening to you because you have so much depth and you're very profound, and I like to acknowledge that. But again, I don't mean to be over spiritual, but I'm just truly speaking authentically that God gave me that name, just as he gave me that business. When he impressed upon me who I was, it really starts with understanding who you are, your DNA, and how you are unique and what you have inside of you to give to the world. So it really started with me understanding me, because for years I struggled with a poor self-esteem, lack of confidence, not really knowing who I was or what I was. And it was God, when I gave my life to Christ at the age of 16, I was still in that struggle. I said, okay, so I've received Christ now. Who are you, Christ? Who are you, God? Who are you? And I started just seeking to get to know who this God is. And in getting to know God, he began to reveal to me who I was. So while I was trying to learn him, he was teaching me about who I was. So this happened over a series of years. But what I discovered is that I was multi-gifted. And I thought, I don't know what to do with all these gifts. I don't even know what career to pursue when I can do so many things. And I think the scary part is that I had the gift and I didn't need the training. That blew my mind, that I had this ability to do something that I've never done before or that I've never been taught. That thing blew my mind. So that's why I give it all to God, because I can't give it to myself and say, I went somewhere and I studied this. Yes, I've gone to school since then, since understanding my purpose. But many of the gifts are just in me. And all I have to do is think about it and then do it. And it just comes to reality. And I can't explain it because for me, it's supernatural. At any rate, when he showed me that I had a healing gift, and it was a unique gift, it was the gift that allowed me to go into the secret places of a man's heart or a woman's heart or their mind, and to see things that are so deep and profound that they can't even see and understand, and then to be able to articulate it to them, to help them to make sense of who they are. You see, I had to do it first with God, face to face, with the supernatural, unlimited one who had to help me work through it. And now through that wisdom, I am doing it with people. The same process, helping people understand who they are and why they are who they are. And that the things that they have despised about themselves are in reality gifts and jewels to the world. And there's a saying, one man's garbage is one man's trash is another man's treasure. I may have that mixed up, but we have been so conditioned to despise ourselves and to feel unlimited, like we are helpless, like we don't have what it takes, to feel inferior. We have been conditioned since a young child through so many strategies, so many sophisticated schemes and plans that are far beyond our intellectual understanding, but they're there nonetheless. And so my job is to reveal those, to make them clear, to help people understand you're not crazy. No, you are the way you are for a reason. There is a reason why you think the way you think, why you feel the way you feel, why you react the way you react. There is a reason for it. Let me walk you through it. So as a partner, in therapy at least, they share their journey. So they're able to open up and release pent up pain and struggle and heartache that many times they've never shared with anyone, but they feel safe in that space. And then I am able, with my gifts, to bring understanding and enlightenment to them that they never saw before, never understood, and sometimes go deep into their past because that's what the gifts do. The spiritual gifts allow you to see things deep beyond the surface, hear things, that are deep beyond the surface. And so just using those gifts, the spirituality comes in, the techniques that I've learned in school, the psychological terms, the techniques, the strategies, I bring all of that together. And I am actually going in and doing surgery and removing and replacing and empowering and teaching people the skills, how to change their thought patterns from thinking negative and speaking negatively, and then reacting out of those negative thoughts and negative words, teaching that their words have power, that their thoughts have power. And then I walk them through reality and I ask them simple questions like, why hasn't anybody in school, think when you started school, from preschool to college, however far you've gone, were there any classes that taught you about the power of your mind? They say no. I said, I wonder why. I said, let me ask you again. Have you had any classes that taught you about how unique you are? No. I said, I wonder why. And I just walk them through these different scenarios. And then I share some of the experiments that have been done with animals to learn how to manipulate people. And I talk to them about the experiment with the dogs. And I try to keep it simple, just keep it simple. And I said, now there was an experiment. And there were two sets of dogs. There was one set of dogs they put in a cage. They would feed the dogs, give them water, ring the bell, door opens, and the dogs go out and play. There was another set of dogs also put in a cage, fed them, gave them water, bell rang, door opened. But when they attempted to go out, they shocked them over and over, repeatedly. They would shock those dogs. It was painful, it was shocking, it was frightening. But they did this repeatedly. The other dogs came and went, but this one set could repeatedly, every time they tried to go out, shock them. So over a period of time, I'd ask my clients, what do you think happened to those dogs?
They stopped trying to get out.
They said they became frightened, yes. They felt helpless, fearful, helpless, and then they just gave up. I said, now, do you call those dogs lazy? I said, would you say that those dogs are lazy? I said, of course not. I said, why? Well, because they were mistreated. They were shocked. They experienced pain. It was traumatizing. I said, exactly. I said, but yet they call Black people lazy. No one gives an account the history of trauma, the history of abandonment, the history of being labeled. I said, and you don't think years, 1 year after another, 1 century after another, you don't think that's had an impact on you? The images you've seen as a child on TV, in your books, your school books. I said, when I was a child, I looked at books that I had to learn how to read, and all I saw were white people, white kids. I didn't see any black kids. The history that I read was all about the exceptional white people. I didn't read anything about black people invented anything. It was all about the white society and how great they are. I said, so it's no wonder that I developed this mindset that I am nothing, that I am inferior, that my skin is black and it's ugly, and these other folks are so much smarter than me. I grew up with that misconception. I said, so this is what we're dealing with, and we're talking about reversing it, but it starts with you understanding who you are and why you are the way you are. And then you will develop what we call self-compassion. You won't call yourself names. You won't be so quick to criticize yourself, sabotage yourself, but you come now with a greater appreciation and you recognize, my God, I'm resilient. I said,
well, yeah.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. And
so it started out with therapy. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting to, it started with therapy and then watching my clients transform. It happened so quickly that it just blew my mind. And I thought, I know this is the same person, but how did it happen so quick? I couldn't even understand how it happened, their transformation, but they heard it, they believed it, and then they responded to the techniques and the strategies. So I sat back one day and I thought, wow, the world needs this. God, the world needs this. And I thought, how can I take one session and expand it, multiply it to reach thousands in that 1 hour? I reach one person in 1 hour, but how can I maximize that and reach thousands in that 1 hour? That's how Golden Nuggets came to be. Golden Nuggets is all about the strategies, the skills, the techniques, sharing these nuggets with the world, empowering people to understand who they are, why they are, how they arrived at where they are, to develop a sense of self-compassion and to build the resilience on these skills, on this knowledge, on this understanding. That is what I want to do. That is what I feel called to do, to bring healing, empowerment to the world. And it is just beginning to launch.
Pitch Deck 101 LLC, powering the next generation of unicorns. At Pitch Deck 101 LLC, we specialize in market research, brand innovation, market integration, and client conversion optimization. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing the strategic insights and innovative solutions needed to accelerate growth and unlock your company's full potential. Whether you're a startup looking to attract investors and your ideal clients, or an established business ready for market expansion, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Let Pitch Deck 101 LLC fuel your journey to exceptional business success. Contact us now for a free consultation on how we can position your business to become a unicorn.